Introducing cultural perspectives on mental health in El Salvador and how occupational therapy supports mental well-being. El Salvador is full of cultural heritage by indigenous roots and Spanish colonial influences. Common traditions include Semana Santa, also known as Holy Week, and August's Fiestas Augustinas, which emphasizes community values in family, faith, and resilience. Understanding mental health in El Salvador. Due to the lack of resources and priority over physical health in El Salvador, there was a lack of awareness of mental health until the Civil War and socioeconomic challenges provoked mental health conditions. Common mental health conditions were depression, anxiety, and post-traumatic stress disorder. Stigmas associated with mental health prevented Salvadorians to seek help due to the fear of being judged, being misunderstood, seen as weak, or has a spiritual imbalance. Occupational therapy plays a vital role in helping Salvadorians overcome mental health challenges to regain independence, improve daily functioning, and build social connections in the community. Occupational therapy services can be beneficial in El Salvador as it strengthens community connections with others, increases access to resources, tailors treatment to individuals, supports emotional well-being, and encourages skill development. Traditional approaches towards mental health in El Salvador include familio, meaning that family is heavily involved in the individual's health care, herbal remedies, spiritual healing, and rituals performed by shamans or curanderos. However, this approach may not fully address mental health conditions due to the lack of scientific evidence. However, modern approaches of occupational therapy focuses on an individual's participation in meaningful activities and in turn promote mental well-being through coping strategies, improve daily living skills, and create social connections. This approach addresses not only mental health conditions, but reduces stigma by normalizing treatment and encouraging community involvement. Occupational therapy has the potential to bridge traditional beliefs and modern practices by providing culturally sensitive interventions for individuals to navigate daily challenges, build resilience, and promote social inclusion. The key points are to raise awareness of mental health issues in the cultural context, to advocate for occupational therapy services into mental health care for better treatment outcomes, and to build community support to foster a supportive environment. After attending a pupusa making class, I wanted to test my cooking skills. With great concentration, the water and corn flour clashed together to create a soft dough. Careful inspection is needed to perfect the pupusa, making sure the delicate dough doesn't crack under pressure. After not cracking under the pressure, the dough is rolled in a perfect round ball, but is tested yet again as it gets thrown from hand to hand, over and over and over again. The pupusa gets slammed and slapped by the outside forces. A new factor comes along unexpectedly as the cheese gets swallowed by the resilient dough. Now the cheese is one with the dough and is tested once again to see if the dough and cheese will stay as one. The final test to see if the dough will crack under the pressure. The uncooked pupusa is rewarded with an oil coating on both sides, and it is also rewarded with delicate and light pressure. Now it is time for a different test, a test to see if the uncooked pupusa will survive under the heat. The pupusa is held down by the looming spatula, forcing the pupusa to face the heat. Suddenly, the spatula strikes the pupusa and flips it over to make sure it embraces the heat on all sides. After all of the slamming, flipping, and heat, a perfect golden brown pupusa emerges with the cheese perfectly melted inside. In this moment, the cheese and dough truly emerge together. After some delicate patting, it is ready to experience freedom. The pupusa symbolizes collaboration between the occupational therapist and resilience from the client. As future occupational therapists, we must do more than just listen to our clients. We must build a deep connection and understand where they are coming from. Not one individual is the same and has uniquely different situations, different beliefs, different values, different priorities, different ways of living life. We must be culturally competent and support our clients through the ups and downs during the OT process. Not only will this provide competency in El Salvador culture, but simultaneously gives the client the best chance in getting back to engaging in meaningful activities that affect their quality of life.